That is the Conquerors Adventist Ministries Choir giving us some wonderful music right here. Now, we are at the peak of the festive season, just hours after Christmas celebrations around the world. Around this time, the craving for something new is always out of this world. From foodstuff to fashion, most people just want something new, a new look. And like the saying goes, you only live once. And probably an area that many would not give much attention or could give much attention is interior design. What is the look of your living room this morning? How about your bedroom? Well, to help us appreciate festive makeovers this morning, Irene Matanu, the founder of Index Modern Living Company, and Edward Masharia, an interior designer. Thank you for joining us this morning. And I know it's after Christmas, but Merry Christmas and belated Christmas. And thank you for joining us on Boxing Day.
Thank you.
All right. Now, the new year, of course, brings in many new ideas, and that also sometimes happens in our homes. And you just want something new sometimes just to make you feel fresh and revived and revitalized, despite the space being the same. Giving it a whole new look helps. Let's start with you, Edward Masharia. When possibly thinking of a makeover, where do I start?
I would say makeover start from you, first of all, the way you look. Because the way you look can tell a lot about your house. And then we go to the living room, and then the bedroom where you spend much of your time, then the kitchen. Yeah.
All right. Irene, what is it that is the in thing in 2018 in terms of interior design? Do we have seasons, interior design where you have things that, sort of take the center stage?
Well, right now we are concentrating mostly on the deco part. Of course, colors matter a lot. And like last year we saw in what was trending, it was a lot of grays and pinks. And well, we try also to go with what people want. People are not, I don't think a lot of people go with trends a lot. Some want like their traditional ways, so we also work with that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And Edward, when changing over, must I start from the furniture? Do I start with the color? Is it something that you can do progressively?
Yeah, it's, I would say there's always a start for everything. And basically depends if you're doing hard interior or soft interior. And by soft interior, I mean furniture, and by hard, I mean paintwork and tiles. So basically, when you're doing interior, it's always good to start from the ground to the top. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd start with the tiling, then come to the
tiling,
walls and all that.
The walls, and then you go to the ceiling,
All
and
right.
then you finish up with the
I know there's a time there was a tendency to have very contrasting colors on walls. Is that still the trend, or has that changed?
I think things have really changed, and I think those are the errands of our parents. When guys used to do a lot of colors. Right now, people are going with very subtle colors, like I would say very earthly color. By what I mean is egg gray, white, and brown, and that's modern look. Nowadays, people don't go with the colors like they used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Irene, how do I go about choosing furniture? Because now that's what you've called soft,
Yeah,
soft interior, and sometimes just getting the right mix can be a bit of a problem.
How do you go choosing furniture? Of course, it depends with your family. Maybe you're living alone, or it's a young family starting, and of course you have to look at the furniture which are good for. Maybe you have small children, and then there are bigger families. You want bigger seats. Some want to minimize. They want space to have a lot of cupboards and shelves. So that's how we help our clients with that.
All right. And how do I custom make it to myself? How do I develop something that is purely me without, I can still, stay within the confines of what's in fashion, interior design-wise, but how do I design that to make it uniquely mine?
That's where mostly Ted comes in. We work with Ted on that.
All right, Ted.
In most cases, we always try to to implement people's dream. For example, if I go to a client, I actually don't implement what I want. I implement what they have in mind. That's
But you assist them in
yeah,
getting there.
Yeah, I assist them. I give them direction to be there. Because if I end up doing whatever is mine and whatever I have in mind, it will end up being my dream house, not your dream house at the end of the day. So I execute whatever the client wants.
Okay.
Yeah. So we customize according to preferences of the client.
All right.
Yeah.
And as much as you customize, I'm sure you advise on how I would get to something that is trendy but yet still mine.
Yes.
What is it that I need to pay attention to when I'm starting that?
The colors. The colors really matters because they're trending right now with the contemporary look. People are going with the gray and white, as I had said before. So the colors and also the styles really matter. Yeah.
All right. And Irene, one of the things, of course, that's going to happen is after Christmas, you have so many, visitors coming in. It kind of sometimes leaves a dent on the house, but also financially, we're not doing well. What are some of the ways I can do a good makeover, but still not spend too much?
Right now, actually, we have sales. So on the question of yeah, we have sales. We have the sales going on right now. Yes.
Okay, and other ways maybe I can look at saving money because, well, sales, I might not be necessarily looking for new furniture, but are there ways that I can ensure that maybe I do the painting or maybe even do it in segments where I start with one, move on to the other one because I may not have that money available to me?
We normally advise on that. It's always good when you do something step by step. So we give that chances whereby we can do the paint work. Then maybe if you want to change the furniture, we can change for you. And normally we work with client budgets. Yes.
Okay, and good. So generally speaking, what are some of the ideas that maybe you can give me, Irene, in terms of, sometimes we think that a makeover has to have new things. Are there ways you can remodel what you have? You can develop what you have and give us a new, a good finish?
Yes, we can always, as I said, we can always work with what you have. Maybe just add a few things, and like we can change maybe the curtains or just a small piece of a candle stands. They change a lot, and we change maybe the carpet, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Edward. Your words of advice maybe as we wind up on how one can just do a makeover for 2018 and what they should look out for.
I would say this. Where you live and where you sleep really matters. Come to us, we'll make that dream come true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your words of advice, Irene?
How do I say this? I mean, we are there to any change you want. We are there to help that. Make it fun. It's about having a good time with everything.
And enjoying yourself as you do that. All right. Thank you very much, Irene Mutamu and Edward Masharia for joining us this morning. And, well, we're looking forward to makeovers in 2018. And for now, we want to, listen into more music coming from the choir. And this is the Adventist Ministries, basically giving us some more Christmas carols.